In this day and age, when there are new elite private clubs like Gil Hanse and Jim Wagner's Ohoopee Match Club in Georgia and Tom Fazio's Congaree in South Carolina, as well as destination resorts like Bill Corr and Ben Crenshaw's Sheep Ranch at Bandon Dunes and David McClay Kidd's Mammoth Dunes at Sand Valley, the opening of a public municipal affiliated golf course in an urban area is major news. When Tiger Woods walks up to christen a new course, it becomes even larger news. Late in the month of March 2023, Tiger Woods made a trip to the park in West Palm Beach to assist with the launch of the new course and to take part in the ceremonial first tee shot. Although the course opened for preview play a few weeks and was formally opened to the public on April 17, it is probable that Tiger Woods' unexpected arrival would be what people remember most about the park's grand opening. The park is the most recent example of a developing pattern of public-private partnerships, which have been a driving force behind the revitalization of a great number of municipal courses all throughout the country. It was one of the first prominent designs of the post-World War II years when it debuted in 1947, and for a long time, it was considered to be among the best municipal courses in the country. The new course is located on the site of the original Dick Wilson-designed West Palm Beach Golf Course. This golf course ceased operations in 2018 due to declining playability and dwindling interest, and it remained dormant for a number of years. Before a group of local citizens, led in part by Seth Waugh, CEO of the PGA of America, raised $56 million in individual donations to reimagine the property as a community gathering space with amenities that include, in addition to golf, youth activities and educational programs, shopping and dining. There were several plans for different uses of the land that were proposed. There were also several plans for different ways that the land could be used. Woods was a contributor to the cause. The fundraisers as well as the city of West Palm Beach contracted Hanse and Wagner to develop a new 18-hole course on the property's existing site. The property is located right off I-95 and less than 2 miles south of the Palm Beach International Airport. In addition, the redevelopment will feature a children-only golf zone that spans 2 acres, a state-of-the-art practice facility, and a lighted 9-hole short course. Hanse and Wagner did not include any of the original features of the Wilson course when they redesigned it. Instead, they envisioned exploiting the Wilson course's expansive sandy landscape to design holes that would look and play similarly to the Sandbelt courses in Melbourne, Australia. However, in the process of routing the course, they eliminated pockets of trees, palmetto, and other types of vegetation, essential components of Sandbelt courses, that would have made that effect more pronounced. After the land was cleared, the width, exposure, and sightlines that were produced came to define the concept of the design, specifically fairways of tremendous breadth, greens that are shaped or orientated to accept shots from certain locations in the fairways, and highly contoured putting surfaces. Fairways of great breadth, greens that are shaped or oriented to receive shots from specific points in the fairways, and highly contoured putting surfaces. The opening 9 holes are played in the more tranquil eastern half of the course, where there is little variation in height and sandy transitions rather than rocky terrain between the holes. Both the sublime par 4 second hole, which features a low, thin green that is best approached from the left where a troublesome bunker lurks, and the short par 4 sixth hole, which features a small, shallow 2-level green guarded by a pot bunker, are standouts on this course. The placement of the drives will be determined by whether the hole is cut on the upper right section or the lower left section. The 7th move is an expansive reverse redan that drops out to the right. The second 9 ramps up the difficulty beginning with the second shot at the 10th hole, which involves cutting the corner of a steep dogleg and playing down into a hollowed-out green. This begins a string of interesting holes that are full of peril and possibilities that cruise up and down the sweeping grades of the property's west side. These holes include the gorgeous par 3 11th with a deep multi-tiered green flanked by 5 deep bunkers that would indeed be at home in Melbourne. This is followed by the uphill, dogleg left 12th that flows into a punchbowl green. The subsequent hole, a par 4 of medium length, was one that Hanse had figured out from the start. It travels across a sloping area of land that slopes from left to right in the direction of an exposed green that is located atop the crown of a dune that slopes away in all different directions. The only way to get into the hole is to approach it from the high side and negotiate the sandscape that runs down the ridge. The credit for a large portion of the design goes to one of the company's founders, Dirk Ziff. Hanse and Wagner first met Ziff in 1994 in Scarsdale, New York, while they were working at the Fenway Golf Club, which belonged to Ziff. During the course of that project, Hanse swiftly developed an appreciation for Ziff's architectural expertise, and the two rapidly became lifelong friends and partners. At the park, Hanse had tried to navigate the course around holes such as the 13th, but the conundrum of how to sequence the other holes appeared impossible to solve. Ziff, who resides in the Palm Beach region, inquired as to whether or not he could give it a shot. Even though the park seems to be wide open from the tee, there is nuance to the hole strategies and angles of approach that will only become apparent with repeated play. Among these is the 15th hole, which is a par 5 and plays uphill. The second shot plays across a dune, and for those who wish to go for the long shot home, the only thing that is visible is the flagstick. The putting surface, on the other hand, is slanted at an angle of almost 90 degrees to the path of play. Even though it is not visible, there is another 50 yards of fairway off to the right, which provides those who are familiar with the area with a short pitch into the whole length of the green. The tempo of the play is something that can give rise to some concerns. The course does not feature any bodies of water, although some of the bunkers are rather severe and deep. It is 8 feet below the putting surface for the bunker that guards the front and left side of the par 3 17th hole, which is in the most extreme position. Players with a high handicap will have a difficult time extracting their ball from it, thus it is in their best interest to learn how to play strokes to the right where there is a lot of grass. Hanse is not concerned that the bunkers are overly severe in their punishment. The park is in its infancy, and the buffer zones will significantly benefit from the addition of mature plantings as well as some trees clustered in a more dispersed form. This is because the park is still in its infancy. However, you will not find many public courses that combine playability and profound strategic intricacy, nor will you find a set of greens that features enough movement that hole positions can affect how they should be played. Furthermore, you will not find a set of greens that features enough movement that hole positions can affect how they should be played. It has the potential to become a location at which one can linger and hang out for extended periods of time rather than simply engaging in an exciting round of golf alone. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.